Hello again, Anna Schmidt here, house healer, spirit clearer and psychic development teacher. Today I would like to talk to you about how to get answers from your pendulum. Okay, so if you like what I talk about today, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, give me a like and leave a comment at the end of the video just to let me know how you're going with your pendulum. If you have any questions, I'm always up for having a discussion and answering questions. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about how to get the answers that you need from your pendulum. A pendulum is an extension of your own energy. Some people like to think of it as connecting to your higher self. Others like to think of it as connecting to spirit guides, angels, archangels. Doesn't really matter. I know it works. There are millions of dowsers around the world. We all know that we are connecting to off-worldly information sources, so it does work. But there are a few rules that you need to follow to get that connection happening and to get the answers coming that you are looking for, the specific things that you need to do. So the first one that I always say to people is to make sure that you are grounded and protected by whichever method that you choose to use. You need to make sure that you are grounded, because when you are using a pendulum, you are connecting to off-worldly energy, which means you are going to be working with the higher chakras up here and beyond. So you're going to feel lightheaded, you're going to feel dizzy, you might feel a bit vague during or after the session that you use your pendulum. So to make sure that that doesn't happen, you need to anchor yourself into the ground. Okay? Once you're grounded and protected, choosing a pendulum that works for you. Just because a friend uses a crystal or a glass one or a metal one doesn't mean that you have to follow what that person does. It's really important that you choose a pendulum that works for you. Once you get it happening, I've been using pendulums for a long time now. I can put a ring onto a piece of chain and hold it, and it starts to swing because I have trust in it. So that's one of the other things we're going to talk about. But it's choosing a pendulum that works for you to start with. Whatever you're drawn towards, it can be copper, crystal, wooden, it could be a seed, it can be metal, it can be anything that's going to work for you. You can even make your own. You don't have to go out and buy one. Like I was just saying, you can put a ring on a chain or a ring on a piece of string. You can even put a button on a piece of string. As long as it is weighted and it will spin, then it is going to work for you. So it's really important. Number 3 is to build a relationship with your pendulum. I know it sounds funny, but it's just the way it works. You need to carry it. You need to talk to it. You need to hold it. You need to work with it, and you need to practice. Just because you pick one up, it's not going to necessarily work instantly, or it's not going to be accurate instantly. You have to build a relationship with it. Practice every day. When I was learning to use dowsing rods, which I found really difficult to start with, I sat for 10 minutes every day for 3 weeks. And I just sat there and I went, okay, can you please show me a yes? I'm ready to see my yes. Can you please show me a no? And after that 3-week period, it started to work, and I was very excited, and I could see little wisps of smoke coming off the dowsing rods. It was so interesting. So the next thing to think about is that when you use your pendulum and it's starting to work and like you're getting your swing, sorry, I'm doing circles here. My yes is a circle. When you are getting that swing happening, you need to use respect. Really important. I always say hello to my pendulum. Good morning, how are you? And thank you very much when I'm finished. All right. It's just like building the relationship. You need to make sure that you show respect and being patient with it, because remember, your pendulum is an extension of your energy. If you're in a bad place one day, like you're grumpy, angry, tired, can't be bothered, don't know why you're doing it, just don't do it. If you're not in the right frame of mind, just don't worry about doing it that particular day. Make sure you're just in a relaxed, calm, peaceful state. You don't have to go into a meditative state to use a pendulum. I literally sit at my desk now, get it out and say, good morning, and away it goes. I get my yes spin, which is telling me that they're ready and they're waiting because I trust it. I've been patient, I've learned the process, and I trust that it will work for me. So when you're using your pendulum, it's really, really important to ask specific questions. If the question's too long, you're just going to get lost in saying it, all right? Make sure that it is short and concise and really gets to the point of what you want to know. Because if it's too long, you're just going to get a random, broad, long answer that's just like, I don't really understand what you're telling me. Is it yes? Is it no? All right, you've got to really think about the questions that you ask and the way that you word them. They need to be relevant to be a yes or a no answer. Okay, so that is really, really important. When you're using your pendulum, make sure that you have no preconceived expectations before you use it. Because your guides, angels, archangels, and your higher self can read your mind. If they know that you want a yes answer, they will spin it in a yes, all right? And then that's really deceiving because you're not getting an accurate answer because you've already decided that you want a yes, so it's just going to give you one. Experiment with this. I have done this myself. I have sat there and I've asked a question and I've got one answer, which I went, yep, that's absolutely accurate. Then in my mind, I've gone, I really want a yes, I really want a yes, or I really want to know. My pendulum instantly changes. You have to be a blank slate when you use your pendulum. No preconceived expectations, no thinking about what you're cooking for tea, no distractions, right? You need to be in a blank, calm, emotionally stable state when you use your pendulum because it is an extension of your energy in your energy field going into a tangible device to show you a result. Okay, so if your pendulum's not working, some of the things that you can look at are, am I grounded? Am I present? Am I protected? I will know if my pendulum's not working properly is that, well, all of a sudden my feet get pulled into the earth. Now, I'm not lying here. I feel like someone's just come up out of the earth and gone, right, I'm going to grab her, she's not grounded. Ugh. And they pull me down into the earth. Right, it's like walking around in moon boots. Afterwards, I feel like I'm wearing moon boots. It's really, really funny. But okay, so you've got to remember to make sure, am I fully grounded and protected? Am I tired, thirsty, hungry, distracted? All right, these are some of the questions you can ask yourself if your pendulum's not working properly. All right, am I in the right state of mind to be using it? If not, go and put it away and come back to it later. Do I have a clear intention about the answer that I need? Do I have a clear intention with my question? Quite often I'll say to people when they're using their pendulums, when they're learning to use their pendulum, is write down your question. Write it down so you've got it exactly as you need it. Because that is one of the most important things, is that if you've got a clear intention and you've got it written down, then it is going to work for you. One thing I've noticed, when you start using your pendulum regularly and you get to know what the swing's like and you get to know what the yes and no responses are for you, when it changes, you know instantly. I know when there are detrimental energies around because I do the house healing. I've always got visitors here. So when I know there's other energies coming in, my pendulum starts to swing in different directions because my yes is a clockwise circle and my no is a diagonal from top left to bottom right. When it's doing no in circles or my yes is a horizontal line, I'm like, okay, who else is here? And the pull on the pendulum will be different. When it's my spirit guides, angels, archangels, higher self using it, it's very light and very free and very breezy and it just flows. When it's something else using it, it's quite heavy and there's a real pull to it. So it's important to practice with your pendulum, get to know the energy of how it feels when it's moving. Really, really important. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this today. I think I've pretty much covered all the basics around how to get the answers that you need. Go and have fun with your pendulum. And I will be back next week with some more videos for you, probably on dowsing, all sorts of different other topics. If you like what I talk about, feel free to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave me a like and a comment. How do you do your dowsing? You know, do you like the rods versus pendulum? You know, what do you like to do? Do you find it works for you? Do you find you've got issues and it doesn't work for you? Leave me a comment and I'd love to be able to have a discussion with you. So thank you for coming today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.